Okay, everyone. So today we learned about Matthew chapter 11, verses 15 through 19. And everyone knows who John the Baptist is? No? It's okay. So John the Baptist, he lived a pretty good life. He was one of Jesus' most trusted men. Jesus could go to him for just about anything. So his life was great. But then all of a sudden, we learn in this chapter that John ends up in prison, in jail. So John begins to wonder. He's like, but Jesus, I did everything that you asked me to do. And why is this happening to me now? So then he sent out a couple of his disciples who were in jail with him to ask Jesus. And his disciples relayed the message from John, and they said, "Are you really the one who was to come? Or should we be expecting someone else?" So John really wanted to know if Jesus truly was God. And then Jesus told him, he told his disciples, send this message back to John. Let him know that the deaf can now hear, the blind can now see, and the lame can now walk. So John began to wonder, what does this really mean? So now let me ask all of you, have any of you had a really bad day before, where you just kind of started to doubt God? I'll go first. So, I keep using McDonald's as an example. Today, I will use Burger King as an example. So, when I was in elementary school, about 5th grade, I failed my test. So, I probably got a 20 out of 100. I wasn't the smartest kid in school, okay? So, I got a 20 out of 100. So, my day went from great to terrible. But then my parents said, oh, we'll take you to Burger King, James. So I'm like, oh, awesome. And at this time, Toy Story 1 came out. Toy Story 1, wow. They're already making Toy Story 4. That shows you how old I am. So I was like so excited. We can go to Burger King, and they're having Toy Story toys and the kids' meals. So I was so excited. But then, when we went to Burger King, they were all sold out of the Toy Story toys. So once again, my day became terrible. And then that's when my parents told me, they said, James, stop thinking so negatively. You need to look at the ups and downs, think of the positives and the negatives, and just as long as you believe, as long as you think that something good will happen to you, it will. So then maybe 1 week later, I got maybe a 90 out of 100 on my next test. Awesome. And then my parents took me to Burger King again. I was kind of a fat kid when I was younger, so I went to McDonald's, Burger King a couple of times every week. So my parents were so happy, they got me 2 kids' meals. I got 2 Toy Story toys. So, does anyone have a story like that? Anybody? Anybody? It's okay. So, what did we learn from all this? So, what we want to know is, when we have doubts about Jesus, about God, it's okay to have doubts. However, you shouldn't have your own type of expectations. You shouldn't be like, oh, but I'm doing this for you, I'm doing that for you. What are you doing for me? As long as you follow the path of what God has set for you, then good things will follow.